We are embedded, engaging the Hamas terrorists directly inside central Gaza in what you would describe, which we are calling Hamas's military quarter. It's really their kind of evil Pentagon of all of their terrorist activity. This is where you have your planning and control centers. We found tunnels that lead down underneath the ground to factories for producing the anti-tank missiles that have been fired, rockets that have been fired at Israel, as you mentioned, intelligence papers, training grounds. You kind of see the evil archive from where they launched the attack on October 7th that left so many Israelis dead. The number of terrorists killed has gone up to 50, and we're engaging them face to face, door to door. And, there's all these reports about the Shifa hospital. Well, this is that area of the Shifa hospital, right? We say hospital. For Hamas, it's not a hospital. It's just something you put over your terror network to protect you and put civilians in the way. And it's all directly in the same area. It's that very kind of jam-packed area of terror activity.
Understood. Thank you for clarifying that, because we knew that you were in the area of the Shifa hospital, i.e. campaign headquarters for Hamas headquarters. Let's talk a little bit about what this incoming drone strike was from Lebanon. Also, sir, we know tomorrow the leader of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah, is also going to be giving another Saturday speech in what is called Martyr Day. That doesn't sound optimistic. How closely will you be monitoring his words, and obviously concerned about escalation to the north of Israel on the Lebanon border?
I can tell you right now that we are being attacked on all of our borders. That's the reality of what's happening in Israel today. To the north, we have Hezbollah. To the south, we've had, as we know, rockets that have been fired, missiles that have been fired from Yemen. Most recently, another killer drone strike from Syria, rockets from Lebanon, Gaza, and in Judea and Samaria. All of Israel right now really is under attack. Nasrallah will listen to what he has to say, keeping in mind that, it's almost like it's just a factor of manipulation with what he's going to say. He'll say something like, that we're throwing the region into turmoil. But the reality is everybody knows what's happening here. Iran are pulling the strings on every single one of those fronts that are challenging Israel. We're not looking to expand this. However, we are ready for any scenario in our area.
Certainly. And today we wanted to note, it's not a 4-hour pause. The IDF is giving a 7-hour pause from 9 to 4 every day. If Hamas was to let civilians flee, they are free to do so. And obviously they could release every single hostage. Our heart breaks, and I'm sure it does for you as well, to know that there are hundreds of people being held this evening there, just feet away from where your soldiers are. What's the silver lining, the hope that these forces that are on the ground and how they are able to work and hopefully bring some people back home?
Absolutely. I can tell you that I have family and friends whose children, unfortunately, are there right now. They are worried, sick about their children. And at the same time, they have the incredible bravery, really, to just understand that we have to carry through with this military mission. I think nobody would ever want to be in their circumstances, but they realize that even those people whose families are there, Hamas has to be defeated. Otherwise, this evil will extend to Israel, and from Israel, as President Biden said, even to the rest of the world.